Welcome to Bombay's Mahalaxmi Race Course and welcome to your latest taste of Bombay Chat, a rare delicacy coming to you hot from Asia's most spicy city. This is the tabla, and this is the most contemporary, innovative, experimentative tabla maestro in the world, who also, incidentally, was voted 8 out of 10 on sex appeal by a women's magazine.
My God, really?
Did you know about that?
I had no idea that was happening.
8 out of 10.
Somebody liked me there. No, I didn't win.
No.
No.
Not overall,
Not
but
overall.
you got a very high score for sex appeal.
I guess I'll take it.
You'll take it?
I'll take it. Anything.
Well, a lot of women do find you extremely sexy, don't they?
I have no idea. I don't know why.
Of course
what do you think?
do. You've got women all over the world who absolutely adore you.
I adore women myself, but
You
I
do?
didn't know that it was reciprocated.
It is absolutely reciprocated.
Oh my God, I'm happy. I'm flattered. I go home and sleep and dream about all this.
You will?
Yes,
Okay.
it will be fun.
Now you, I believe, dropped acid with the Grateful Dead and jammed for 4 days. Is this right?
This is true.
4 days without even knowing that you were playing, or without? I mean, what happened?
It was 4 days of continuous music going on. There was about maybe, well, there were 8 of them, and then there was me, and there was David Crosby and Nash, and
Wow.
Gracie Slick from Jefferson Starship. So we were all there, and we just played, and it turned out that it just kept going for 4 days. I mean, one of us would drop off, someone else would be carrying on, and so it just went on and on and on for about 4 days. And
Did somebody record this?
oh yeah, it was recorded.
Oh, really?
Definitely recorded.
Oh, wow.
The whole session was recorded. There's a whole vault full of tape. The engineers and everybody was
And
there.
has it ever been released for all of us?
Some of that has been used as basic tracks for
Right.
various Grateful Dead records, but it hasn't come out as a jam session record by itself. No.
But does using psychotropic drugs help a musician? Does it open up areas of creativity that you might not otherwise have? Or?
Well, I don't know if it does. In fact, that was my last experience as far as dropping acid or anything is concerned. When I listened to the tapes, in the right frame of mind, that is, I was so horrified with the music.
Horrified?
I thought it was horrible.
Because the other day I turned on the radio and heard you saying, "Hello, this is Zakir Hussain at radio whatever, say no to drugs."
Yes,
So-
that's true, that's true. But this is, you know, this is way back in 1970.
Right.
That was the last time.
Right.
So it's been now 24 years that I don't smoke or drink or take drugs or any such thing.
Okay. Now you've just done the soundtrack for Ismail Merchant's new film In Custody, haven't
In custody, yes. It was great. We had a great time there. People liked it very much.
Do you do a lot of film
I
work?
do quite a bit of film work. I started way back in 1971 actually with Apocalypse Now,
Right.
the Coppola film.
Right.
And from there on went to do various other things. Heat and Dust was one of them.
Well, you
and
also acted in Heat and Dust,
I
didn't
did,
you?
I
And he
did.
took his clothes off with Julie Christie and a lot more weekly.
a bit part, yes.
A bit part.
And I did, you know, Vietnam television history, 13 episodes in America for PBS and so on. So I've been doing scores for a long time.
And Bertolucci's
But
Little Buddha.
new one, Little Buddha, yes.
Right.
So that should be coming out also in March.
And do you enjoy that whole process when you're in a studio as opposed to being out there on the stage?
I enjoy that a lot because it's creativity, but it's not just confined to you as a musician and a person and a creator,
Right,
but it's everybody else involved, and so you create with everyone there, and everyone helps you to achieve that goal, and then when that magic is achieved or arrived at, it's fabulous.
Now, on the stage, you've been known to ham, you're a mischief maker. I mean, you really look like you enjoy yourself up there. I mean, don't
You're
you?
out to get me today, aren't you?
No, I'm not at all.
I was having a great time.
You were having a great time.
I love to put everyone at discomfort, especially the bigwigs. I don't know why. I did that to a minister once, Minister of Broadcasting Service, when I just told people, just sit in the front, and there were seats left open for him in Delhi. And then,
Right.
and then when he came and he was being brought in to sit in the front and people were being moved, I said, stop this, whoever it is, make him sit in the aisles.
And you knew jolly well who it was, right?
Yeah, and so he sat in the aisles on the steps, so that was fine.
He did do that.
He
Well,
did
that was
that.
gracious of him.
It was very gracious of him.
Now, you can play 200 drums, is that right?
200 different percussion instruments, yeah.
Percussion instruments.
Yeah, that includes stick drums
Right.
and timbales and bongos and congas and various other instruments. 80% of the time I'm performing traditional music
Right.
on stage, and only about 10, 20% of the time through the year, I do other experimental things.
Right. I believe when you were a baby, you beat out a tabla rhythm on your mother's breast. Is this a myth that people have made about you, or did you really do
Well,
that?
you know how it is with the kids. They are always, you know, throwing their hands here and there. And so when I did that, I'm sure tabla player's son, so it was presumed it's me
So
playing
they
tabla.
believe that he
You
was
know,
meant to play
when
that.
kids hold their milk bottle and they are doing things like this, oh, look, he's playing tabla. But, you know, it's one of those things. It happens all the time. But my father used to sing rhythms in my ear.
He did?
When I was
A baby.
little baby, he'd hold me in his arms, and the only thing he would do is constantly for hours just sing rhythm in my ear.
Now,
And
well, do you think that that has made you what you are today? Do you think that
that's,
helped? Or?
That's definitely made it impossible for me to choose anything else, yes.
Right. You grew up most of your life in Bombay, but you've decided to have your main home in San Francisco.
Well, it's not that much anymore.
Oh, it's not?
No. What's happening is I have a record company which I'm the president of, and I live there and I work on the company and to sell music and so on.
Any big names in your company?
Well, we have John McLaughlin is
really?
one of our artists, and various other. See, we're focusing more on world music.
Right.
So we have Shakti, we have John McLaughlin, we have something that George Harrison has produced, which is going to come out, and we're into video as well. So we're doing this Planet Drum video, which won the Grammy last
you're
year.
gonna
So we're
put
doing
videos to it?
a video documentary of 1 hour about
fabulous.
drumming and things like that. So we're doing various projects like that.
George Harrison gave you some advice once, didn't he?
Oh yes, he did. He told me to stick to my instrument. I wanted to be a pop star when I left India.
As in a singer, or
As in
any kind of pop star?
Any kind of pop star, whether it's playing Western drums or, you know, singing or jumping around and all. So I wanted to do that and make a lot of money very quickly. And then I met George, and in one recording session, and I asked him, why don't you play sitar regularly on stage? And he said, well, you know, I can express that music best on the instrument that I grew up with.
Right.
I'm very familiar with it, and no matter what I do, I would still be a British guitar player.
Right.
And I will not be comfortable doing anything else. And I said, wait a minute, here's this guy who's looking at Ravi Shankar or my father, Allah Rakha and all, as practically gods of music.
Right.
And they look up to them in such reverence. So why is that? So I turn around and look at India myself, and I see the beauty and the depth of culture and everything. Made me turn around and take a second look and get back to the roots again.
Right.
It's very important to do that.
Okay, Zakir, before we go, as we're at the race course,
We are at the race courses.
can you do something on your tablas like horses, or can you do some mouth percussion with your mouth? Anything that you can do
Anything?
for
What
us.
about? I don't know. What?
Wonderful.
Well, tabla is an interesting thing. Thank you, thank you. Dagatete gege nagatete katane ditta kradane gege din nagatete kata gege nagatete kata gege din da kradane ditta tada.
Which means?
Which means, well, it has been very nice knowing you. It's been very nice to be here today and doing this show called Bombay Chat.
Yeah.
Or Chart, is it? No, whatever
Chat.
it is. And I hope to be back here again pretty soon.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thanks, Zakir. That was
My
lovely.
pleasure.
That was lovely. Thank you. Thank you.